Right.
Okay. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of the Working Amy podcast. I'm Nora.
I'm Maria.
And today we're going to read some oldies, anything that's from 2024 and earlier. Most of them are probably going to be from 2024, but...
No, I got some from 2023.
Oh, yeah. All right. There you go. And then we're going to talk about, like, lesson horses and lesson barns and kind of, like, I don't want to say subsidizing riders, like, moving up and showing and stuff, but there's been a lot of discourse on TikTok about this very topic, so we're just gonna
discuss it,
talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. I saw we got a follow to one that we were like, what is going on?
Okay.
I was like, I'm so confused. Okay, so I'm so excited. I didn't read it.
Yeah, so we got you didn't.
I did not read it. I saw it said like follow up, and then I was like, oh my God, I can't read it because it was yours.
Good warm bloods on a budget do exist. Explanation.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Whew, all right.
So this was the one we read it on the last episode where
we took like an hour to like go through it because we couldn't decide.
So
I was like, this is a hard no for me because she bought the horse, it got injured. No, she leased it. It got injured. She decided to buy it.
And then they sold it a year later.
For like a $14,000 loss.
So this person had basically like bought a horse for a year. And we were very confused.
Yeah.
So here is what she says.
Yay. Okay.
Just listened to the episode where you read my submission. Here's some clarification on her sale price and the timeline.
Okay.
I had previously had a horse that I bought in 2020 to help me achieve my goals of going to zones, but he ended up being a hunter type at the end of the day and didn't have the brain for the jumpers. I had him for 2.5 years. It took 6 months to sell him due to his quirks.
Wow.
If we had gotten him sold and found another horse sooner, I would have had more than a year, but unfortunately that's how the timing worked out. I personally had experience showing at the 1 meter height, so the quick move up wasn't a huge deal for me, especially on a horse that was such a confidence builder. Now, as far as the sale price, I didn't clarify this well enough. The plan originally wasn't to buy her out at the end.
Okay.
Hence why we did the original lease, which did go until the following August.
Okay.
So we did lease for a full year. We did not buy her at the end of 2022.
Okay, that's what we were like, what?
We were confused about that timeline.
Yeah.
We bought and sold her on the same day in August 2023. We would have just sent her back if we didn't already have someone who we knew well in the area interested in buying her. We ended up going through with a purchase to make sure that person got her and she would stay local.
Okay.
For some clarification on the money loss and the WTF would we do this for, the way I look at it, you generally lose money most of the time, gain experience on a lease anyway. So buying and reselling quick for $22,000 made us break even plus some on the sale price, $18,000.
You mean the lease price?
She says sale price.
Oh, so she didn't... so she had the horse for almost 2 years then. Because she leased it for 1 year.
No, she had the horse for 1 year, but so she leased it from August 2022 to August 2023.
It's for $18,000.
For $18,000.
Then she decided to buy it for another $18,000. That's what she's talking about.
On the same day.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
So she's talking that $18,000, she's talking about like... She's not including the lease price in there, which she's correct in because that's already passed. So she's talking about the additional $18,000 that she bought the horse for. Okay.
Which is all my parents were worried about since they, I guess, didn't consider the lease into the total purchase, which didn't make sense looking back at it.
Yes. Okay.
But in the moment, they weren't worried about that.
Yeah. All right.
We also had some other life circumstances going on and did have to get her sold quick. I know that probably doesn't make sense, and at the end of the day, yes, we lost money, but it worked out for everyone involved. So sorry for the confusion and my lack of putting in key details, LOL, but I hope this explains a little more. Thank you so much for reading my submission.
That explains so much.
That answers all of our questions.
Thank you for elaborating. This is why we love the follow-ups, because I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So still interesting that her parents didn't consider the initial lease price in the total sale.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But yes, okay, so they leased the horse for a full year and then bought the horse for another $18,000 and then immediately turned around and sold it to this person that they knew wanted to buy the horse. So they already had a buyer for the horse.
Okay. It's interesting though that you would buy the horse and then immediately sell.
I wonder
if they maybe...
it sounds like they didn't send her back because like the original owner maybe wouldn't have
taken her back, maybe?
No, like wouldn't have sold her to this person. Like they wanted to guarantee that this person got the horse.
Person got her. Okay, so they were being a good Samaritan, basically.
Yes, basically.
Okay, all right, then I get it. So I apologize about this is a no for me. I still would have leased for sure, especially if you only had like a year before you were going to college. I would have leased, like without a doubt. But in this situation, I can definitely see how it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because we always say you want your horse to go to a really good home. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they found a really good home for this horse. And we're like, we want the horse to go to you. Yes. We will spend the $18,000. And what did they think? They sold it for $22,000. So like, basically like, we're going to buy it. We're going to give it to you to make sure that she gets, I don't know if it was I can't remember if it was a mare or gelding.
I think it was a mare.
Mare, to get to a good home.
Yes.
So in that case, I applaud your decision to make sure that this horse has a safe landing, even though financially it was probably not the best decision. I think morally, emotionally, it was a great decision for the horse to go to a...
That makes a lot more sense.
A lot more sense.
So
we were so confused.
For sending this follow-up because, we were very confused.
We were very confused. I'm wondering if the person still has the horse. I'd be so interested. Yeah, if you keep up.
This was 2 years ago.
Yeah, if you keep up, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that the horse had a safe landing to go to.
Yes.
And now I'm willing to be like, okay, take the financial hit to make sure that the horse goes to a good home, especially if you love the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that makes sense that the parents could basically considered it, which I can see why, because $18,000 for a lease, right? You already did the lease for a year, so that's money
in the past.
Money gone. Yeah. Then they were like, all right, well, you want the horse? We're gonna buy the horse for $18,000. Turn it over and buy it for $22,000. So if you think about it in that way, then technically they made $5,000 off the horse.
Yeah.
Is that math correctly? $4,000. They made $4,000 off the horse.
Yeah.
For flipping it essentially.
Yeah. So that that makes sense a lot more sense.
Thank God, because I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Happy for you guys. Yes. Happy for the horse.
Thank you for the follow-up. Yes, we love a good follow-up. Yeah. And that answers
so many of our questions.
A lot of our questions.
So many of our questions.
Yeah.
This might be one that we do like a multi-part one on TikTok. I like when I listened to the podcast, I was like, this is like 45 minutes of us like debating what is going on. I know. We were like, what? And we're so confused.
We were so confused.
Yeah, this is great though. Okay.
But okay. I'm glad that we got some answers.
I am too. This is great. This is why I love follow-ups. Perfect.
All right.
All right. Continuing.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about that. And yes, I was supposed to have a lesson this afternoon. So that's why I'm all dressed. I guess I'm still going to go ride. But, so we will get started. I think this is the one that I accidentally marked for you that I want to do. Okay. So this one is from July 31st, 2024. And the subject line is stubborn sister needing help. This person says, "Hi ladies, my sister has a horse she was supposed to flip and sell, but is now leasing out because she loves him so much, but needs to consider selling for financial reasons. Okay. Please let me know what you think she could list him as." A little bit about him. 7-year-old, 15.3 hand gray OTTB gelding. Currently competing in rated 2'3" in his first year showing with modified adult and 2 foot with a 12-year-old girl. Been to small local shows, even at local fairs, and kept it together with balloons and flying rides around. And Fieldstone. Has room to course 2'9" after more training / confidence, trail rides, auto lead changes, can also putt around with a lead liner / walk trot kid, and loves to do the slow, low-key job, but can step it up and get the steps in the rated shows. Currently in 4 shoes for workload, but comfortable in only front shoes, does not need supplements, but on supportive supplements for his workload, along with chiropractic and massage. Good for vet, farrier, and dentist, basically self-loads, needs minimal prep at shows, great personality, mild cribber controlled with a collar. What do you think she could list him at? Here's some pics and a video of him at 12-year-old at Fieldstone.
Oh. He almost looks more like a jumper to me than he does a hunter.
Yeah, he is young, though.
Yeah.
But I agree, he might do better in the jumper ring.
He looks more like a jumper. But if you can get him to settle a little bit more than I think, Hunter, possibly.
Yeah.
He just seems like a little bit green.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is only 7.
And he only had 1 year show experience, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did she say what she bought him for?
No.
No? Okay. Just what he's worth?
She wants to know what she could sell him for.
Oh, so there's no numbers or anything?
No, there's no numbers.
I would say at 7 with 1 year of show experience, and he does seem like a little bit...
He's probably 8 now.
8, well...
Because this was over a year and a half ago, but...
I'd say okay, so let's say, like, he got another year of show experience on him, so that's 2 years, so he'd be 8. I wouldn't put him over 20.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't put him over 20. I was almost thinking, like, maybe, like, 18, 17, 18, like, in that range. I wouldn't go as low as 15, but, like, anywhere from, like, 15 to 20 in that range, I think would be fine, especially if he, like, was able to settle, because he doesn't look like a hunter to me. Like, I wouldn't buy him to be a hunter at this current moment.
I kind of agree with that, especially because, like, his step is, like, a little choppy.
The step is what got me. Yeah, it's not like that flowy hunter step. Even as, like, for thoroughbreds, we have seen thoroughbreds with it.
It's not just because he's a thoroughbred.
No, it's
there
not.
Are thoroughbreds that have that nice low, like,
beautiful
flowy gait. He doesn't quite have that, which is fine.
Yeah, totally fine.
But yeah, I agree. He might do better in the jumper ring.
Or, like, an eventing.
Yeah.
Something like that. I wouldn't, like, usually for the hunters, for the thoroughbreds, yes, you can ask for more, but because I personally wouldn't buy him as a hunter for a thoroughbred, then you would have to decrease the price a little bit. Because, yes, you could do the training, but that step is going to stay there. Yeah. Like, you're not going to suddenly get, like, a flowy horse when the step
and,
just
like,
isn't
you
there.
can work on it and do things, but, like, sometimes it's just, like, a confirmation thing. It's just how they go.
How they move. I mean, I could think that it could be a nice jumper. It kind of looks like, it kind of goes around currently as a jumper. Yeah. So I would say anywhere from 15 to 20 would be my...
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I kind of had the same number in my head.
That's where your mind went.
Yeah, that's where my mind went. That was my first.
Anywhere from 15 to 20.
First instinct.
Yeah. Although I don't necessarily not agree with your sister, because she said that she loved him. So, and she's leasing him. Yes. Like, if you're leasing, I think that you could probably get a better price over the years for leasing the horse than you could selling. Yeah. I'd be interested to know what she's leasing him for. Because I would say you'd be able to lease a horse like that for, like, 10 to 12.
I'm also interested, because she said my sister has a horse she was supposed to flip and sell.
Yeah. And then she fell in love.
But now, like, if she was supposed to flip, depending on how much experience he had when she got him. Yeah. Now she can sell him for more, probably.
Than what she bought him for, especially if it was, like, say she bought him in the 4s. Yeah. Like, yeah, you're going to be earning something. But also, if you lease him for 10 to 12, you do that for 2 years and you're already over what you would have made.
I mean, if it's something where, like, you need to sell him eventually, you could do that and lease him for a few years.
Get him the experience.
He's not on your books. And then sell him. So, yeah.
I mean, obviously there's always a risk with leasing your horse. Mm-hmm. But if you do love him and you do care about where he goes, then leasing would be a good option, because at least you still have some control. Like, people don't really... I feel like when they're like, well, I'm going to just, like, sell the horse even though I love it, like, that horse is no longer yours when you sell it. Like, even for buyback clauses, when people put buyback clauses in, yes, you can put it in, but it's super hard to enforce. Like, God forbid, like, you put that in, you sell it to someone who's maybe not trustworthy, they sell the horse, and they're like, well, I don't have the horse anymore. Like, if you don't have, like, you're not going to really go to court to tell, unless it's a super expensive horse, right, to go after. But it's not, the juice isn't worth the squeeze when it comes to buyback clauses, in my opinion. Unless you're selling to, like, a super trusted friend. Or someone that, like, you know is gonna abide by that clause. Like, you have to go into the mindset when you sell a horse that you're going to sell it and that's it. And you don't have any more control over that horse's life. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Because, once you sign the bill of sale, once the money's transferred, like, you have no more say over what happens to that horse.
And some owners, too, like, when you sell the horse, like, they don't even want you contacting them about, like, oh, how's the update? Like, you have to, like, stalk them on social media to, like, figure out where the, what the horse is doing or where it is, or go on USEF to figure it out. And some people, like, the horses get lost in
I mean, you see a lot of things on Facebook being like, I had this horse and, like, I'm looking for him. I sold him, like, on this day, and I just, like, want to know where he is.
Yeah. Like, you have to go into it with the mindset of you might never, ever see that horse again or know what happened to that horse. Yeah. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
So, if you do love that horse, leasing, even though it is a risk, is probably your best option. Yeah. Unless you're okay not knowing.
Yeah, like, it's your best option if you still want to, like, be involved with the horse.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
If this was yours,
for 2024,
let us know. Stubborn sister needing help is the subject line. Obviously, I won't say the name of the person who sent this to me, but if this sounds like it was your submission,
or someone that you know,
follow up. Yep. Give us an update. We'll read it on the pod.
Yep. It was a beautiful gray.
Yes.
OTTB.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so we're going to be shaking things up a little bit, and this is an international one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to need you to do some conversions for me.
Okay.
But
let me open my
this
tab.
One, because we have been getting a lot of international individuals commenting on the TikTok about, like, pricing differences. Now, granted, this is from August 2023. So this is 2 years ago.
This is an oldie.
Yeah, really, this is an oldie. And this is before, like, tariffs and all of that were enacted for, like, imports and overseas. Because overseas, the horses have obviously gotten a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
But I thought that this would be fun to kind of, throw into the bucket.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, I love your price estimator series on TikTok, and I was super curious about how much my two horses would be worth / sell for in the US.
Okay.
I have no intentions of actually selling them, but I am based in Europe and France.
Okay.
Where I bought my horses, so I'm only familiar with EU prices. So my first horse is an 8-year-old, 15-hand Celle Francais. They're gonna get me again with these names.
You said it.
I know, but that's not the one I had an issue with. It's gonna be this one. Celle Francais mare out of Sornet de la Folie.
Crushed it.
Cornet Oblinski. I do know that one. 160 Grand Prix horse. All right. And I bought her as a 6-year-old for blank, where she had done all of her Celle Francais young horse approving tests as well as national shows up to 110. Then with me, she's placed up to 125 international FEI classes and has tons of experience showing nationally and internationally. She has everything you could ask for, clear and placed every weekend, never puts a foot wrong, and loves her work. No vices, no prep, super honest, great with beginners and kids, and overall a super easy and fun mare to win with. She's small. 15 hands.
Yeah, and what is she showing in?
So when she bought her as a 6-year-old in France, she was doing, she did all of the young horse approving tests as well as national shows up to 110.
Okay.
So that was her experience prior as a 6-year-old.
Okay, so in 2023, I feel like we haven't done a lot of international ones, and I'm like, so my brain is like not in tune with the international market.
It's okay. I'll do the conversions while you're thinking.
Like, I feel like she wasn't that cheap. I mean, obviously, she's not cheap. I feel like she didn't buy her for, like, that little.
Yeah, because keep in mind, so she bought her, she's 8 right now. So she bought her as a 6-year-old, so she must have bought her in 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She bought her in 2021.
Yeah.
And in 2023, she was 8.
She was 8.
Okay. Yeah. So in 2021, all right, I'm going to guess in euros.
Okay.
That's what she put the price at.
Yeah, right? And then I'm doing the conversions right now.
But you have to look at in 2020.
I did. I found a site that does it for 2021.
For 2021.
Yeah, for the price conversion back in 2021.
Did she buy her for like 50,000 euros?
No.
Less?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes.
25,000?
A little bit less.
20,000?
Yeah. 50. Whoa.
I told you my brain is like
not the conversion rate.
We haven't done an international one in a long time.
Okay.
So she bought her for 20,000 euros in 2021.
So in August 2021, because I just did 2 years prior, 20,000 euros was 23,418 USD.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she basically got the horse for 23,000 US dollars.
That horse would not be $23,000 today.
No, it would not. For sure. Your estimate
My
of 50,000
first guess
would have probably been more accurate. Than 23,000 American.
Yeah,
dollars back in 2021.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And then she had a second horse.
And then she did. But what would she have been worth then now? So she's placed at 8, 125 in 2023. She's placed up to 125 classes, international FEI classes, tons of experience showing nationally and internationally, and she's everything that you can ask for.
Honestly, even in 2023, like, probably
you can do it for US dollars.
75K, 75 to 100
in 2023. Yeah,
I bought Squid in 2023. And
she's placed 125. The only thing that I would like is the size, because you're limited with the rider size because she's small. She's 15 hands. Like, she's tiny.
I don't think that'll decrease the price that much, though.
But it limits your options for riders. I don't know if it decreases the price, but it definitely limits your market.
It limits your market, but there's plenty of people who either like a small horse or need a small horse.
She can probably do a lot of the quicker turns.
And if she can jump 1.25 meters,
and if you get like a really well riding kid or something, that could be a really good step up horse, because it looks like the personality is amazing.
Or like a small amateur like me.
Yeah. You're not small.
But
Fun size.
But I fit on a 15-hand horse.
Yeah, I would not. I would even say in the six figures.
Yeah. Maybe 100 to 125. Because I bought Squid in 2022.
And he was priced at 125. And he was basically
doing a lot of this.
Yeah. International FEI classes, tons of experience showing nationally and internationally.
So yeah, maybe 125.
Yeah. In 2023. Actually. And
scratch my initial guess of 70. My initial estimate.
Yeah, I think this horse would be in the six figures, and then even now, like, if it's 2025, it would be in like the high ones.
The high 100s.
I wouldn't even be shocked if it's like that good of a horse to be in the low twos, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Because I think it depends. Yeah, I think it depends on the record.
And I also think it depends if you're going to be selling it in France or you're going to be bringing it, like, if you import it to the US and then try to sell it in the US.
Yeah. I would say, so in 2023, I would have said, yeah, maybe like 125.
Yeah.
Now in 2025, maybe 175.
Yeah, definitely in the high 100s. Okay, yeah. So 2023, we're saying like low ones.
Yeah.
2025, high ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I can see a parent buying this for their kid, junior, to go around.
Easily. Yeah. I want this horse.
Yeah, I know, right? This would be a great, like, you see those ISOs that are like, I need a horse that does the meter, but also goes up to like the meter 25, or the 0.90s.
I want a horse that could take me from the 0.90s to the meter 25s.
Yeah, this would be your horse. We found one. Although she's not selling, so.
Yeah.
But yes, anywhere in the ones.
I understand why she would not sell this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, to be honest. This would be a fun one to breed eventually.
Yeah. Even though it is a little small.
Yeah, you just find a tall sire.
That's true, because Calypso's small, and look at her babies.
Yeah, they're massive. Yeah, this would be fun. Okay, so that was the first one. Then she has another one.
Okay.
All right, next horse is a 6-year-old 17 hand Belgian sport horse out of Untouchable 27 and Chin Chin, both very successful Grand Prix horses up to the 160s. He was imported from Belgium as a 3-year-old. I haven't had him long, and he doesn't have many miles, but I bought him for blank. This is also in France. And he is very promising and a great Grand Prix prospect, or even a Hunter or Eck prospect, since he really has the best mind. Before I got him, he had done a few young horse tests, but not much. And then with me, he's jumped 135 course at home and then been clear up to 125 international FEI classes, as well as many placements in the 115s and 120s around France. He's definitely a barn favorite, and he loves to please. No prep, beginner safe, never stops, takes a joke, just the best 6-year-old ever. Then she goes on, both horses have perfect bedding, get regular chiro massage, and physically have no faults. I am a junior, so my horses are by no means ridden by a professional at these shows, but I'm just very curious to see what they would be worth in the States compared to here in France.
Okay, so this one is 6 now.
6.
Well, now as in like at the time of writing.
Yeah, at the time of writing. Yeah, so he was imported from Belgium.
Yes, but she
didn't
import him.
She did not import him, so he was a 3-year-old.
And she said she hasn't had him long, so she probably bought him as a 6-year-old, 5 or 6.
5. Let's say she bought him at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if she got him as a 5 or even a 6-year-old, he hadn't done that much, but he had a very successful lineage. Like, he's really good lineage. Not many miles, but really great lineage. But he was sold essentially as a prospect.
I'm actually going to say 20K again, 20K euros.
A little bit less. A little bit less.
15.
Yeah, just go to even. Yeah, 15,000 euros, which is 17, you were almost already like spot on, $17,563 in US dollars. So she got this horse for basically 17,500.
Yeah.
Which would have been the US. And I think that's a great price.
Yeah.
Like especially for something with that lineage.
Again, today.
Yeah.
In
not
the US,
that
horse would have been mid-5s for a prospect.
For a prospect 5-year-old, I would even say higher 5, like mid-high 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 75, 80. Like if he really has that great of lineage and he's a really, really good prospect, and he has had some. She said he did he did he did a few young horse tests, but not much. So he has done stuff. It's not just he got into from Belgium and he was like, all right, here's the horse.
Yeah.
So that's now, but back then it was 17,500, and that's great.
Yeah.
You would not see those prices now. And then she said, after she bought him, she's gone with him to 135 courses at home, and then competed up to 125 international FEI classes, and then he's had many placings in the 115s and 120s around France. And this is at 6.
150.
You think he would be more than the other one? Maybe.
At 6, if he has all that experience.
Yeah.
And it's, how big is he?
He's 17.3. He's a big boy.
So, like, I could see an ambitious junior amateur buying him to do the high junior amateurs. I don't know if I would see a professional buying him.
Yeah,
I
don't think professionals
don't buy horses. Like, professionals like the horses that are like hard to ride,
yes,
but are super like, they just have that something about them.
Yeah, or the professionals that are well funded.
Yes,
by parents, sponsors.
Yeah,
those individuals. Then you see them buying these horses because it's not actually out of their paycheck or for their career. It is for their career, but more
and it's also like those kinds of professionals also sometimes can't ride the more difficult horses that you're seeing, like the McLeans and the Kent Farringtons.
Yes.
But yeah, I could see, because the other one probably is going to max out at 1.25 meters.
$1.25 meters,
maybe like 1.30 meters.
Yeah.
This one could probably do the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
This one could minimum do the high junior amateurs.
Yes, I agree, because he's only 6 and he has a ton of experience. I mean, I know that over there they definitely do put their younger horses in more classes quicker. But yeah, I mean, he seems to have a ton of experience at 6.
Yeah, I think that this one would go for more, because it's not going to get...
It's not going to be like maxed out.
We don't, like, obviously we don't know.
Yeah.
But based on its lineage, its size, the experience, I think that it will be a 1.45 horse.
Yeah. And I mean, she only said it's coursing 135 at home. It could be because of the age.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Or if she even wanted to do the U25s on it.
Yeah.
Like, this horse could probably do the Grand Prix height.
Yeah.
With a junior.
I'd be interested to know if they've ever free jumped it to see, like, what the actual... Because, like, you can have this amazing lineage, right? And then, like, I don't want to say be a dud, but,
like, you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. The horse could not want to jump. The horse could just, like, not be careful at that height. Yeah. Like, lineage doesn't determine...
You don't know.
That individual horse, yeah.
But...
It's promising. It's definitely a good indicator. Yeah. But you never know until you actually get the horse out there to jump and see what it's like.
Yeah.
But it seems like of now, great experience. Yeah.
Now in 2025.
In 2025, yeah. What would you, as a 6-year-old?
150.
I might even go higher, honestly. He's young, though. He's young. He's 6, yeah. But
maybe I mean,
but it doesn't seem like there's any quirks, which is great. And great vetting.
Mid to high 100s.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think.
Yeah, I think, like, the 200s, you expect a little bit more experience.
Yes.
Unless the horse is, like, maybe at 7, you're like, this is definitely going to be a Grand Prix horse. Yeah. Then you bump the price up. But if you don't know that it's going to be, like, in that higher level, then, I think keeping it in the high 100s.
Yeah.
Even with, like, because he's still only... He's clear up to 125, which is great. Yeah. But...
And, yeah, I would imagine they're not jumping higher
at
because
6. Because he's young. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he went for the 200s, but I think, like, anywhere in the 100s is a very safe bet.
Yeah.
It's like what we said last time, just, like, price it higher if you don't want to sell, and then go down if you don't get any bites.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both of those horses sound great. I would.
They do. They sound fantastic. I mean, she didn't say that she said she has no intentions of selling them, so I would love to know. I might have to do some Instagram or TikTok stalking to see if she still has them, right?
I know.
But that's crazy. So one of them was $17,500 US dollars. Mm-hmm. The Grand Prix prospect was $17,500. And then the other one
was $23,000.
Was $23,000.
In 2020. Well, the first one was sold. She bought in 2021. The other one, we're going to say is 2022,
based on the conversion
or
rates.
Early 2023.
That's what it would have been.
Yeah.
Don't think that you can go over to France right now and get a horse like this for that price. That's going to be a no.
Yeah, you will have to time travel for that. Yeah. But okay, so I found one that I think will be very interesting.
Oh, I love interesting ones.
This one is from June 6, 2024.
Okay.
It was the horse was, like, sold on a public Instagram. So, and it was being sold by a professional. So I'm just going to, like, say who was selling it because.
Are you going to cut it out of the?
No, I think it's fine because it was a public Instagram post, like, that she was selling the horse. It wasn't like somebody, like, emailing us and being like, what should I sell this horse for? Like, it was an Instagram post being like, this horse is for sale. Here's how much it is.
Oh, okay. So she, like, put it out there for public. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, this person says, hi there, huge fan. I saw that Liz Halliday Sharp, one of the people on the Olympic eventing team, is selling one of her eventing horses, and she lists the price. I thought this may be interesting when comparing eventing horse prices to show jumping horse prices. It might also be interesting to try to guess the price on this one. So from the Instagram post, it was like a public Instagram post where she like posted. I
appreciated that she just put the price out there. That's great.
Yeah, she just put the price right on the post.
I think that cuts a lot of the BS out.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people who can't afford the horse are inquiring about the horse. Just like I don't understand why people are so secretive about the prices. Unless you're going to do something sketchy, like try to raise it for this person and lower it for this person. Like, just put out the price that you want.
I know.
And if you get bites, great. If not, like, I think it's a waste of time to be like, playing back and forth.
So this person says, rare opportunity. I'm not going to say the horse's name, even though it was a public Instagram post, but rare opportunity to acquire one of the most successful young event horses in the country. This horse is an 8-year-old 16.1 hand gorgeous black German sport horse gelding by Millennium X Hillary. Since the start of his eventing career in 2022, he has won 4 international competitions and 11 national, including a preliminary win just last weekend at the IEA horse trials. In 2023, this horse set a new record in the USA by winning the Terra Nova 2-Star S on a score of 15.5. This is an exceptional horse who is easy to ride, snaffle mouth in all 3 phases, regularly in the low 20s after dressage, fast and brave cross-country, and has an excellent jumping record. He also has multiple pure dressage wins and has been successfully jumping meter 20 classes. 100% sound and ready to go, and would suit anyone looking for a special competitive horse to go up the levels on. He is easy to ride and very forgiving, and would suit a junior, young rider, professional, or amateur rider, asking blank for this one-of-a-kind horse.
Wow. I want to know why she's selling.
Probably, I don't know, she probably bought him to develop him and sell him.
How old is he? I think, so typically we say for show jumpers, they go for more than eventers would. However, if you have a well-known eventer selling a horse, I think you can ask for more than what you would think you would be getting for an eventer, say if this horse was sold by someone who wasn't well-known.
Yes.
Like, having your name attached to that horse can increase the price.
Yeah. Okay, here he is.
Oh, he's cute. I think it's great, too, that the dressage score.
Here he is.
I think it's awesome that he is getting, he said in the 20s for dressage. Because, that really sets the tone for eventing, I know, for getting a great dressage score. Plus the fact that he has won for dressage just on his own is really impressive.
Yeah. Because dressage is like a big part of
the eventing. Yeah, that's kind of like what sets your score.
Yeah. Half of these pictures are unloaded.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which is annoying.
He's gorgeous. He's 8. He's young. Is it an exact price? Or is it... It's an exact price. What is he competing in? What height is that? That jump looked massive. The cross-country jump looked insane.
So preliminary is 3.7, so 1.5 meters.
Yeah, don't.
4 international competitions and 11 national, including a preliminary win just last weekend at the IEA horse trials. That
did not look like a meter jump. That cross-country jump was not a meter, for sure. What is a 2-star?
That's what I'm looking at.
A 2-star eventing course features cross-country fences up to 110 and show jumping 115.
And brush fences are
up to 130. That makes sense, because I was like, there is no friggin' way
Yeah.
that cross-country jump. Okay. So fixed fences 110, brush fences up to 130.
Mm-hmm.
Show jumping is 115. I think it might be high fives. I don't think it's in the 6 figures. Because he's 2-star. Even though he's sold by 80.
More.
Is it in the 6 figures?
Yeah. Like, kind of a lot more.
Really?
Yeah.
125.
More.
150?
More.
175?
More.
Is it in the 200s?
No.
180.
A little bit more.
185.
A little bit more.
190.
Yeah.
It's okay, just go up 100,000, Maria.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was way off on that one. Holy crap.
Asking for $190K for this one of a kind horse.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Man, eventers, let us know. Like, if that sounds right? That for me sounds like a lot.
I know.
Wow. I'm a little in shock. Are people like?
No, people are just like,
they're like, oh, cute
I wish
horse.
I could buy this horse.
Wow, 190.
This person goes, amazing. Now I've just got to come up with $189K.
It's funny. That's how I was like. Yeah, I was just 100,000 off. No big deal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 190. Yeah. I don't know that much about event, because from what we've seen, eventing, like, I don't think we've seen an eventing horse that was in the 6 figures.
Have we?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe we've done like one.
I don't know.
Usually they're in the high. Usually they're in like the high fives.
But also we haven't seen eventing horses sold by like a
sold
professional
by like
eventer.
This person.
So like developed and sold by a professional eventer with like this
resume.
I would.
So 2-star. event goes up to 5-star. I would love to know what, like, eventers, help us out here, for the different stars, like, what would be the average pricing of a horse. So, like, say he's 2-star now. At 2-star, he's $190.
Yeah.
Then 3-star, what does that mean? And then if you're selling a 5-star eventer, like, what is that price going for?
Yeah.
Like the horses that you see at, like, the Maryland 5-star, like, what are they going for? Because if this one at 2-star is going for $190, I'm so freaking curious as to what those horses are.
Show jumping 5-star is $1.30 m. Fixed cross country fences are $1.20 m. Brush fences can be up to $1.45 m for a 5-star.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she sold him.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you bought the horse, let us know what you bought it for. Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun one.
It is a fun one because I don't think I've ever seen a horse, an eventer, go for that much money. Like, Yeah. That's, like, changed my perspective on eventers, and this was last year.
Yeah.
For $190. I mean, I guess, like, who's selling it takes into account the horse, obviously, is, like, a gem that takes it into account. But for, like, 2-star, I'm just like, I would have thought it would be less. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe being 2-star is, like, a really, like, prestigious. I don't know. I don't know that much about eventing. Yeah. Wow. $190.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure because someone sent this to us, I guess, like, when it was posted.
Yeah.
But now it's a year later, so.
Yeah. I mean, I really appreciate that she just put that price out there. Yeah, like, I thought it couldn't have been that high because, like, usually you don't see people posting horses for sale. I guess it's because it's hers. It's a little bit different, and she's very well known. But usually you don't see them posting horses for sale in that price range, like, just flat out giving you the price, like,
literally, because that's why I was like, I'm gonna say her name, like, because it's a professional, and she literally, like, the price is just right.
I mean, I think that's amazing, and she's like, hey, like, hit me up if you want.
Yeah, so like it's not horse. So like it's not a secret.
No, I really appreciate that. That's a very I'm impressed that she did that, and I really respect that.
Yeah,
as a professional, for her to just throw it out there, give everybody the details, and be like, if you're interested, let me know. So yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
So this one is from August 2023.
Okay.
Again. Hi there. Love the show. As an AME getting back into riding now that I can afford it, I'd love to know if my budget is realistic.
Okay.
ISO. Easy semi-schoolmaster for long retired working student with ambitions to do the adult jumpers and no higher. No preference on breed, although I prefer warm blood. No preference on sex or color. At least 16 hands, no preference for age, can be old as long as it's still sound and enjoying the work. Would be open to something younger if it had the right brain, maintenance fine and expected. I have a good foundation from my junior career, so I'm certainly not looking for something beginner friendly, but I want to have fun again and do about 6 to 7 AA shows a year on a horse that has been around the block. That being said, it doesn't need an impressive show record, willing to travel anywhere. She's based on the East Coast. Budget is blank. Thanks so much. I really enjoy your videos. Have a nice night.
The thing that I thought was funny about this is she said no preference for breed and then said but prefer warm blood.
We see that a lot though.
So you do have a preference. You would be okay if it wasn't a warm blood, but you do have a preference for breed. Mm-hmm. Which is different than being like
I'm open to anything.
And it's also different from being like I need a warm blood. Yeah. Like I only want a warm blood.
Yeah.
I don't think her budget's high because her asks are very flexible.
Mm-hmm. And it does seem like she has experience because she did say that she was like a long retired working student.
Yeah.
And a good foundation from junior career.
Yeah.
And she's only looking to do the adult jumpers. So like, what, 110?
Yeah. 115.
Yeah. 110, classic 115.
Yeah. I don't think her budget's that high. But also, I don't think it's that low because she seems like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she said she's an adult AME getting back into riding now that she can afford it. Yeah. And she just wants to know, hey, is this realistic? And this is in 2023.
25K?
Higher.
Oh.
Yeah.
30?
A little higher.
35? 40?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
40 with a little flexibility.
Okay.
I think for 2023, I think that was completely doable.
I think that's doable. Yeah. I think that was totally reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, and she said, like, I know she said she could go younger with a good brain, but the way that she was describing it, I would say, like, go older. Like, you're gonna be, especially as an adult Amie, if you work, like, to afford the sport, like, I think going older, not older, like, you don't need to go, like, 16, 17, 18, but, like, teens for sure, like something that's been there, 13, done that. 14. Yeah, because she said she kind of wanted something around the block. Yeah, like I think that's something that you would be able to have fun with. Some horse that's competed. Yeah, and that you can just go, you know, train, ride, and then she does want to do like 6 or 7 shows. Like, you don't have to spend time developing a young horse.
Yeah, definitely.
Or fighting with them.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, we always like to push the, like, go older. I feel like I'm so low right now. I feel like you're looking down at me.
On you? I can, like, slouch.
Yes, I think that's a great price budget, especially for 2023. Because, like I said, she's not asking for that much. You can get a warm blood.
You can get a warm blood.
You could in 2023. I mean, now you still can. It's a little harder to find them.
It's like
But in 2023, you definitely had options. At 40.
Especially if you were, like, maybe a step down horse from, like, the 125s or something that was looking for a step down, because she only wants to do the 110s to 115s. Yeah. So if you got a step down horse, it might have been older, maybe maintenance, but she was totally fine with that, she said, as long as they're sound and able to do the job.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think, like, for that, your budget is definitely realistic for what you were looking for.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Now, and if she had flexibility, even now, like, pushing it to, like, maybe 50 now, like, you can definitely, you could find something warm blood. Yes. If you wanted, like, a cross or a thoroughbred, for sure you could find something definitely. In the 40s, for sure.
100%.
But if you were, like, dead set on, like, I want a warm blood, then I think you could also find one in your budget.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think that was a great budget at the time. Yeah. Especially because, like I said, she's not asking for that much.
No.
So,
yeah, especially if you go on the older side with maintenance or something for a step down, because those are the horses that have been there, done that. Those are the ones that you see almost in that price range.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't think you're going to get an 8 to 10-year-old who has a lot of experience for $40,000.
No, you're not. You're going to see those. Yeah. Even in 2023, you were going to see those at least in the high fives.
Yeah. Unless you found one that we have seen before that maybe took a step back, like either got a prior injury and needed rehab, or one that was sitting in a field for like a year or two. Like those situations, the one-off situations, yes, you can find one in the budget. Yeah.
Or one where the trainer got banned and had to get some horses off of their books.
Or one of those fire sales that like the owner's just like, get it off my bill. Yeah. Those you can find. So like the situations are out there. Yeah. You just have to find them.
You have to be creative and you have to be willing to wait.
Yeah. And compromise. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's a realistic budget.
Yeah. I think so too.
For sure.
Yeah. And like we said, even today, you could find something.
Especially she can find something because her preferences are so flexible. Like, she doesn't have these, like, lofty goals. She's like, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah. And it's, like, very basic. Yeah. So, yeah, she seems willing to compromise. So,
yeah, definitely.
I think you're totally fine. Let us know if this is yours.
Yeah,
2023.
Yours, let us know.
Yeah. If you were looking for a horse, an adult jumper, and you found something. Yeah. Let us know.
Email us. Reply to your original email. Yes. So that we know. Don't reply to the auto reply email.
No. Yeah, the original email, or copy and paste your email.
Yeah, or copy and paste the original email.
Because I love seeing the follow-ups. Like when they're like, oh my gosh, I saw that you read it on the podcast. Let me like... Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it for submissions.
Yep.
But... So now for a discussion. So like I mentioned at the beginning, there's a lot of discourse now on social media, on TikTok, about like lesson horses, lesson barns. I've been seeing things about like rules that people have for their lesson horses that like they won't like they can't jump over this height. Like if you want to move up, you have to lease your own horse or buy your own horse. And like people have thoughts
strong
about it.
Strong
People
opinions
have thoughts
about it. Yes.
So where should we start?
Oh, I don't know. There's like, I mean, what started this was a post that you saw on TikTok that kind of got a lot of attention because the individual said that she's a barn owner, and she says that her lesson horses aren't, if you want to jump above a certain height,
yes, you have to lease
or own your horse.
And I think it was
like 18.
Do you want to find the TikTok that because I sent it to you?
Yeah,
but I think she said like if you
it was 18
confidently
inches,
jump like 18 inches,
then
you're ready to lease or buy your own horse.
Which I don't necessarily agree with that height.
I don't necessarily agree with that height either. But what I do agree with is limiting the height that lesson horses jump and the amount that lesson horses jump.
Absolutely.
Okay,
because let me find it. This is it. Let me lower my thing so no one can see what it looks like. Maybe it's your service here.
I think it's my Wi-Fi. Yeah. You know what the problem is? The baby monitor takes up so much bandwidth on the Wi-Fi.
Do you have to like increase your See, I had to go on non-Wi-Fi to get it. Okay, it's
that one.
Okay.
If you can effectively jump an 18-inch course with simple changes, it's time to own or lease your own horse. Why? My lesson horses are there to teach you the beginnings of riding, not take the wear and tear of the next steps of every student's riding career. I refuse to put that responsibility on my amazing horses.
Yeah. I agree with the concept. I don't necessarily agree with 18 inches because I feel like it's not that high enough, but it's like, yeah, I mean, that could be like cross. I mean, if she's talking like verticals, I would say like 2.6. I feel like 2.6, 2.9, like that for me is like a good max for horses because most horses can jump up to 3 foot.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to depend on the horse, the age, what it can do, what it can't do. But like to just say, I think 18 inches and done, I feel like that's a little bit low.
Yeah. But I think the concept, because there also have been conversations about like the prices of lessons.
Yeah.
And people kind of like expecting to just be able to like use the lesson horses forever and go to shows and like do all these things. And then the barn owner is the one basically footing the bill for these people to like
I was unhappy
career.
when you sent me that with the comments because I think.
Do you want to read some of the comments?
I don't know if people are just like, they just don't understand or missing the point or like they just don't do the calculations. Like this is a business. Like, lesson barns are there for your enjoyment, but they're not there. Yeah, it's not charity. It's not for you to be like, I want to ride. I'm going to ride your horse.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if it's like, if it was like Finn or Squid and they're like in lessons 2 to 3 days a week. Yeah. And then someone comes up and they're like, well, I need to be jumping your horse X amount.
I need to be jumping higher.
Yeah. Like, I need to be jumping higher. And how dare you like make me have to lease or own a horse and I just want to jump your horse. Like, people don't realize that barn owners own the horse. That is their horse.
I think that is actually such a big disconnect. Yeah. I think that's a great point. I don't think that people who are lessoning are understanding what goes into owning a lesson horse.
Yeah.
Because lesson horses arguably need more maintenance.
Absolutely.
Need more care. Like, my horse only gets jumped by me unless sometimes I'll let, like, if I'm away, I'll let, like, one of my trusted friends, like, lesson, like Molly will take a lesson on him, but he doesn't jump very high with her.
No. But, like, it's been, like, a thing on TikTok and or in the industry that horses are jumping too much. And they're like, all right, you should be jumping your horse maybe 2 times max a week.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. And then obviously for competition, we're putting in the limiting on the jumping. So why is it okay?
Well, I don't think they are, but people are
arguing for it.
Yeah.
But in that case, why is it okay then if it's a, say, boarder owning a horse or your, like, someone else's horse versus a barn owner horse? Like, that should be, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why there's a disconnect between it's your horse versus, like I can't imagine if someone was saying, like, if I put Finn in 2 to 3 lessons a day, like, I can't imagine that.
I know. And I think, I truly think part of the disconnect is, like, people really aren't thinking about what goes into owning a horse.
Yeah.
And taking care of a horse and maintaining a horse. And people are selfish. Like, honestly, because lesson barns, like, people who own lesson barns are not, like, rolling in cash from teaching lessons.
Yeah.
Like, they are doing it for
I'm sorry, I just read this first comment and it sent me. Oh my God. People are wild on TikTok. Like, the amount of, like, bad opinions I see, or, like, misinformed, like, you're just not knowledgeable, but you're like...
it's so crazy.
All right, this one. Not everyone can afford to lease or own a horse. Fair.
Yes,
they can't.
That is true.
It's an expensive sport. I get it. Lesson programs are supposed to develop riders, not gatekeep progression behind money. If your horses can't handle beyond beginner work, that's a management issue, not the student's responsibility.
That's a bad take.
That's a terrible take. This is a comment on this video.
Yeah, that's an awful take, because no horse should be, like, imagine, like, let's say the horse teaches a lesson every day.
Yeah.
Some of those lessons will probably be just flat lessons.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to be jumping lessons. But imagine if every one of those jumping lessons wanted to jump 3 foot, wanted to jump 3'6".
Exactly.
Like, that's not a management issue.
No.
That's saving your horse so that they can last as long as they can.
Yeah. It's... This take is especially concerning because, yes, they're there to develop you, but the barn owner owns the horse. It's not a lesson horse so we can abuse and ride it whenever. It's the same thing as having a border horse.
The barn owner doesn't owe you.
Yeah, to
anything.
Like progression. Like, if you want to progress in this sport, lesson horses are for you when I want to ride, I want to learn how to ride. Once you reach a certain level in riding, regardless of what that is, every single barn has different
rules,
qualifications, expectations about, like, you're ready to move to the next level, okay? But when you are at a barn and you reach that level at that barn, and they're like, my lesson horses can no longer, move you up. Yes, it is your responsibility to lease or own, and if you can't afford it, sorry, that's, like, not my problem. Yeah. Like, it's my horse.
It's not the barn owner's responsibility to bankroll
your hobby.
Your hobby. And it's such a toxic mindset because lesson barns are going away.
Yeah.
Like,
because
there's
it's expensive.
Not that many of them because it's expensive to maintain a horse.
One horse. Can you imagine having, like, 5 lesson horses? Or most barns have, like, say, like, 5 to 10 lesson horses.
I think that the other thing is I think people think that barn owners make money off of boarding and lessons.
They break even at best. Barn
your
owners,
board is paying for shavings.
Mm-hmm.
It's paying for feed and hay. For the lesson horses, maybe it's paying for maintenance and injections.
Yeah.
Like, it's paying for the barn staff. Like,
there's a lot that goes in, which is why I'm really happy that people are now posting, especially barn owners, about what things cost.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like a lot of individuals don't have a concept of what things cost in the horse world, not just as an owner of a horse, but, like, the barn management and, like, the overhead. And
if you're just taking lessons, you're not covering any of that other, I mean, a little bit. If your lesson is, like, $75 for an hour, like, sure, it's going a little bit towards that, like, the hay and the feed and the shavings and all that other stuff, but, like, the barn owner is like they have to keep the lights on, they have to put food on their own tables.
It's like, they're not out here making 6 figures off of your $85, $100 lesson.
And people think that that's expensive for a lesson.
They do. Yeah, and I think I texted you this because I was like, when you sent me this, I was like, you've got to be effing kidding me. Lesson horses are not cheap, right?
No.
It's like buying a horse.
It is
buying a horse. It is buying a horse, but it's basically you buying a horse for other people's use.
Literally.
Right?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and lesson horses, I would say, I think I gave you like 10 to 20,000. Like, that was like, that's a decent range. Obviously, you can find some a little bit cheaper, but if you want like a solid citizen lesson horse, 10 to 20,000.
Yeah.
If you're paying, say, even like $85 to $100 a lesson, And that's not even including the board, the feed, the maintenance, the farrier, anything else that goes into owning a horse for the lessons.
Into keeping that horse sound and happy and fed for your lesson.
For like $100, that horse, wait, let me just do the math at like, let's say 15,000 and say that it's doing 100. This is just for lessons. Yeah. That horse would have to do 150 lessons
just to cover the purchase price.
Just to cover the purchase price of that horse for that barn owner to make back
for $100
the money.
a lesson.
150 lessons.
Yeah.
In order to cover the purchase price.
Yeah.
That's crazy for a business.
Yeah.
To be doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a business. This is all, they're running by businesses. Businesses are for profit, usually.
For other people to
For other people to enjoy.
Which is like...
You sound entitled and you sound ignorant to be like, how dare you not let me progress on your horse that I'm using.
And then like...
this is getting me worked up. I'm like...
And then like if someone wants to go to a horse show and use a lesson horse... Like there are barns that will let people take their lesson horses to shows, which again is great. But a show puts more strain on the horse. They're going to need more maintenance. There's also like medications that are involved if they have to get like Perfect Prep or like Butte or something like that.
And most barn owners aren't asking you if you're just taking the horse for like a week or something. They're not asking you to pay for all that. You just have to pay for like the show fees, their fees. That's it. They're not asking you to pay for the continuous maintenance after the fact.
Yeah, exactly.
People need to be more appreciative of barn owners. Some people are
it's so crazy.
So ungrateful.
Because like they're like, it's so crazy. And then people like complain about the cost of lessons and they don't even realize that like, I don't want to say that they're barely contributing.
They're not. 150 lessons to get the purchase price back on a horse. That's not even including like for the barn owner to live.
Right.
Like for a salary or anything like that. That's just to like pay back for your purchase for other people's pleasure.
Like for me, I have been riding with my trainer for over 15 years. And there was one point where she had to increase my lesson price because I was basically grandfathered into like a $75 lesson price. And then one day during my lesson, she was like, hey, you know, like I'm going to have to raise your lesson price up to like the $100 because we have to like pay these people and whatever. And I was like, great.
Yeah.
Happy to pay it.
People aren't they're not raising prices just to raise prices for fun. They're like, oh my gosh, all of the supplies that I have to buy, the feed, the shavings, like everything is rising in cost.
Yeah,
welcome to like the economy.
And if like board goes up, like my board, it hasn't gone up recently.
Ours is going up in January. Like we just got sent
ours hasn't gone up recently. It went up like maybe a year or two ago, and I'm like, okay, like my horse is well taken care of. Exactly. He's very happy. I understand how much everything costs right now. Like I'm more than happy to pay $200 a month extra.
Yeah. Like if that's what it's going to cost to keep my horse happy, healthy, and for the lights to stay on.
And the other thing is like when you just lesson too, you're not covering like any of like the care or any of that. Like when you board, obviously, like I said, our board is covering like hay, shavings, like, I don't know, all of the things that go into maintaining a horse. And then obviously, like, we're paying separately for the farriers, we're paying separately for maintenance, we're paying separately for all of that stuff.
But like the overhead to keep the lights running, for the electricity, oh my God, my electric bill is insane. I can't imagine what it's like to run a barn, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
The pastures, the heating, like.
And like, as a boarder, it's one of those things where like, I feel like as a boarder, I'm extra appreciative of everything that goes into like taking and maintaining a horse because like I see it. I see the work that like my trainer puts in, that our barn manager is just like a stay-at-home mom, basically.
Really?
Yeah. Like she had a full-time job and then like she doesn't work anymore and she lives 10 minutes from the barn. So like this is basically like her hobby. Like she's just a stay-at-home mom. So she doesn't even get paid.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, she has her own horses there, so she's also, like, paying for, like, the board and stuff. But...
Yeah, but what about the people, like, the grooms? A lot of people have multiple, like, grooms.
Yeah.
Individuals that do the stalls. Like, they have to get paid.
Yeah.
And where's that coming from?
Yeah. So, it, like, really... When I see those comments being like, I don't agree. Like, most people can't afford a horse. Well,
it's not my, I just go back. This is kind of a similar concept. I don't know if you ever watch, I think it's Family Guy, but like Stewie is like, your poor planning does not like constitute an emergency on my part. Like, your inability to like financially pay for this sport is not my problem.
Yeah.
It's not my job to like subsidize and make sure that you can afford the sport and move up. Like, if you can't afford it, it's an expensive sport. We all know that.
If you can't afford it, then you either need to stay where you are in terms of like skill level and lessons.
Yeah.
Or you just can't do it.
Or find somewhere that maybe is a little bit cheaper for you. Like,
riding is a luxury sport.
It's not like any other sport because it involves a living, breathing animal that requires maintenance and
constant care.
Constant care, yeah.
Taking care of a horse is 24/7, 365. Like, there's no days off. And the entitlement that some people have that I see in some of these comments is actually insane.
I kind of want to read some of these comments because they're just like great. Okay. I'll read some of the good ones and the bad ones. So for anyone saying, what if they can't afford to lease or own, then that's their problem.
Yeah.
I can't afford a yacht, so I don't have one and even ride on one. I've only ever seen it in the horse world where people think they are entitled to something like that. If you want to progress and move up, then you've got to fund that on your own, just like everyone else, or try and find someone that will let you do lessons like that.
Yeah.
Good for you if you can find someone, but it's not required for barn management to basically give you that.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. So this one, I'm going to paraphrase. Basically, if your student can't afford to buy or board their own horse or even lease, you're just going to say, oh, sorry, you can't take lessons with me anymore. I understand needing to save your lesson horses, but I feel like it not only leaves a bad feeling for the rider, but also can impact people who would be willing to give you a good review and how many people would be willing to come for you for lessons. That's my problem. Stupid. Not my problem.
Also, this person's not saying you can't ride with me anymore. It's just saying, like, you're going to have to just stay at this level.
Yeah. And then they went, I feel like this mentality is what is going to cause the equestrian sport to decline. No, it's going to be the fact that it's really expensive.
Yeah. And like, barn owners can't do anything about that.
Yeah,
like,
that's not their...
Things are expensive.
Yeah. And it's not even like that leaves a bad feeling for the rider. Like, I think maybe to offset that, and I have seen individuals do this for barn owners, like when they send out their boarding contract or anything, it says in there, my lesson horses will not jump more than X.
Yeah.
If you want to jump more than that, you need to lease or own.
Yeah.
Which is completely, I think, reasonable. But like, put that expectation out there in your contract. So like, people don't go to your barn and they like reach, like, say this one was like 18 inches. They reach 18 inches and then it's like, well, you have to lease your barn. And they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, set that expectation ahead of time before someone even steps foot in your barn.
Yeah.
So I think that could definitely be something to kind of mitigate this situation. Because if you want to just like ride once a week and never intend to own or lease or anything like that,
that's fine.
Yeah, but you're not going to find a lesson barn that's going to be letting you jump like 110, 115, even like a meter up consistently on one of their horses. Yeah. Unless you are putting extra money, so like a partial lease, a quarter lease. Yep. You're putting money there to be like, all right, you're taking as a barn owner a risk, letting me jump your horse multiple times high that you pay for already. Let me put money in to let you know that I'm invested. Yeah. And I'm willing to accept, or no, you're taking the risk and I'm going to pay you for it.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially. Let's see. This was also one on there. I don't know if you want to talk about the hay, like the feed.
Oh yeah, I made a TikTok about that.
Oh, did you?
Did you see it?
I didn't see it. Oh. No, that was also something that I was like, this is people are crazy. Like, it's money. Yeah. I would be so mad if I was a barn owner. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah, I made a TikTok about that because people have this, like, this is like going off a little bit on a tangent, but people have this idea, first of all, it's like a little bit, so my thing is like, I feel like a lot of people think that boarders are stupid. Yeah. And like board their horses because they know nothing about horses and they don't want to learn about know about their horses and
no, we just have to work to afford the sport, unfortunately, for a lot of us.
And like a lot of us can't afford to buy a farm or don't have time to have our horses at home or like
we live in the main line area. Like we live right outside Philly. Where am I going to find acres of land? And I don't have time. I don't want to.
At the same time, like, I also board my horse because I know how much work goes into it. And I would rather pay someone.
I did see this TikTok, actually, now that you're talking about it, yes.
And that's not to say that I don't want to know what's involved in my horse's care.
You just don't want to be there doing it daily. Like, you know what's going on. Yeah. You know what he's getting fed. You know, like, what the schedule is, the routine. But that doesn't mean that you have to be there every single second of the day micromanaging what's happening.
And then there are people commenting being like, I would never let somebody tell me what to do with my horse. Like, I would, like, how do you not know what's going on with your horse? And I'm like, it would be crazy if my trainer texted me every time she did something with my horse. Like, if she texted me, hey, I'm riding Squid right now. Hey, I'm going to lunge Squid right now. Hey, like, is it okay if I give Squid, like...
a carrot?
Yeah. I'd be like, why am I paying?
Yeah, what am I paying for?
Like, I don't want to have to micromanage my horse's care.
No.
And if you do...
that's great. Then you can have your own barn if you can afford it.
If you want to micromanage your horse's care. Yeah. And if you... like, I don't know. The whole boarding thing is like...
I personally would never have my own barn with a Finn on my property just because I don't have time.
Yeah.
I work a lot. And so does my husband. Like, who is going to be taking care of him?
And also, like I said, boarding a horse or like having horses is 24/7, 365.
Yeah. And you have to have so much knowledge. Yes. And honestly, my brain just like, there's so many other things going on in my life right now. I can't like...
And, like, as a boarder, I feel like I know enough to know when something's wrong. Like, if I get on my horse, I know him well enough that even if he has the teeniest, tiniest little, like limp, I'm like...
he's done.
I'm like, yeah. And
I actually could tell from Finn because with the abscess.
Yeah.
He was fine. My trainer rode him the prior day. I got on him, literally, like, trotted maybe 10 steps, stopped him, and I was like, you need to look at him. He's lame. I know he's lame.
Yeah.
And then, voila, the vet came out a couple days later, and he had a gas pocket, and he had an abscess that didn't resolve for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Like, that, the same, I mean, Squid didn't have an abscess, but he's had just, like, the
tiniest
bit of, like, lameness. And Carolyn, she was like, some trainers would be showing him like this right now. Like, that's how little it was.
But you're like, you know, because you know your horse.
And, like, I know, you know, if his feet have thrush, if he is looking, I mean, he never looks fit.
Yeah.
Like, but if he lost a little weight, like, I would be able to tell. Like, yeah, I know what he's getting fed. I know that he's being well taken care of. But if I brought him home right now.
Yeah. It's just so much information, but it's information that you don't need to know. Like that. Yeah. This is why we have professionals, not just for the horse world, but for like different industries.
Yes.
This is why you pay someone, because you can't possibly know everything about everything.
Yes, exactly.
And if you're in like a barn owner or a barn manager, you have dedicated your life and like all of like your education to that.
Exactly.
That is like, you know that. Like, but if I ask someone about finances in the barn industry, they'll probably be like, ooh, like, I'm not sure. That's why you hire someone.
I've seen some people, there's this take that I think is a bad take that some people have about boarding that I've seen where people are like, everyone should be required to have their horses at home for a year before they board.
Oh my God, that's such a bad take.
That's like
those are for entitled people that honestly don't have to pay for things for themselves. Like, do you work? I'm sorry.
And that's also like saying everyone should have to do their own plumbing for a year before they hire a plumber.
Yeah.
Everyone should have to do their own electricity for a year before they hire an electrician.
I know, when you think about it
everybody should have to work on their own car for a year before they take it to get to the dealer to get service. Like, what?
That actually is such a good like comparison.
Like, that's like, what it sounds like. And like, I kind of get it, because being a barn owner and barn manager and like boarding horses can be so thankless.
Yeah,
it is. So I kind of get where that take is coming from, because there are boarders who literally know nothing about their horses, just show up and ride and leave.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the majority of us.
No.
And like I don't want to have the responsibility of caring for my own horse, especially because we are riding performance horses.
Yeah.
Which is, there's a lot more that goes into taking care of a performance horse than just like a pasture pet.
Yeah.
Right? So
like it might be different if I was like, say Finn was retired and I'm like, all right, great, I have enough money now to like have him on my farm.
Yeah.
And like it's different if it's retired versus like you're actually like, or if you can hire someone to take care of like that aspect of it. But if it's you, you need the time, you need the priority to do it.
And
like,
the thing with the hay was this same person, going back to that,
the post,
this same person was like, boarders are not allowed to just throw their horse an extra flake of hay.
I agree with asking. That though.
I agree with that too, because
people were up in arms about it.
People were mad about this.
These are the people that don't understand what things cost. And let me just say,
people are always like, well,
like if you feel the need to throw your horse an extra thing of hay, then like that's going a little bit deeper, that you either don't know what the horse is getting, like you just don't know, like, oh, that's an adequate amount of hay, or if they are looking really skinny, then maybe you should just leave that barn.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think people took that as like the barn owner is not feeding the horse enough hay, which, I mean, I don't know this person, but that's probably not that's probably not the fact. And the thing is, if every boarder was just throwing a flake here and throwing a flake there,
it adds up.
You're running out of hay.
Yeah, let's break it down. So I'm very into budgeting, right? I budget for the month for how much hay I need for each horse. Each horse gets X amount of bales. That's how much I order for the month. Okay? That's my money that I'm using to spend. If owners decide they're going to throw a flake of hay here, a flake of hay here, then suddenly I get to the, say, third week and I'm like, why don't I have hay? And now your horse doesn't get fed.
Yeah, like
enough hay because you took them from my budget that I already meticulously done
the other
horses. Or I have to now scramble and pay more for the hay.
Yeah.
And then it might not get in time. Your horse might not be getting enough flakes that day because other boarders took it upon themselves to be like, I want an extra flake of hay for my horse.
And if you're finding that your horse isn't getting, if you feel like your horse isn't getting enough hay, either have a conversation with the barn owner, but know that if the barn owner is having to order more hay, you're going to have to pay more. Or buy your own hay, or find a new barn.
Yeah.
Like I saw this other TikTok that was talking about it that I feel like might have been spurred from my TikTok that was like, everyone has something called free will, which is 100% true. Like, you, first of all, don't have to board your horse. You don't have to board your horse at a full care facility if you don't want to. You can board at a self-care and take care of your own horse.
Yeah.
If there's an issue, there's this thing called communication where you can address it with the barn owner or the barn staff and be like, hey, like, I would like my horse to get
X amount
extra hay, or
and
like,
then they'll
I
be
feel
like,
my
all right,
horse...
well, it's going to be X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost, I don't want to say stealing, but it almost is like stealing.
It's
like, can you imagine if you like walked into someone's house and was like, I'm going to take this and this, and then multiple people did it, and then you're like, whoa, I paid for that.
Yeah.
And you're just coming in and taking it like willy-nilly. Like, what are you right now?
Yeah. It's like,
if you want to take it, you pay for it.
It's like every time you go to someone's house, you like drink some of their milk.
Yeah.
Right? And
but you do it like consistently.
But you do it consistently. Like, you go to their house every day and just like take a little bit of milk and take a little bit of milk without them knowing.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's like,
they're like,
Wednesday,
I want cereal.
Suddenly it's Wednesday. They don't get groceries till Monday and they're like, where's all my milk?
Yes. That's a good,
Like,
you're taking something that's not yours. Like, I can understand if you're paying for it. Like, I pay extra for Finn to be on shavings because I'm sure shavings are more expensive.
Yeah.
So I pay extra every month so he can be on shavings.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like, say they had shavings, I didn't pay for it, and I'm like, well, I'm going to just take all these shavings to put in his stall. That's me taking away from what they budgeted for the shavings and what their time schedule is for getting shavings. Like, you're inconveniencing them, which I think goes back to the whole thing about this conversation, is that people are thankless and very ungracious towards barn owners and barn managers for what they're putting out. Like, some barn managers, I will say, maybe aren't great, but most are.
And I think the people that have this mindset, they think they know a lot more than they do. Because you're not considering all of that stuff when you are taking hay or taking things for your horse without telling the barn owner.
Yeah. It's basically coming out of their pocket.
Yeah. And then also, again, at the end of the month, there's going to be less hay.
Yeah.
Your horse is probably going to get fed less hay, or the other horses are going to get fed less hay. And
that's your fault that you were taking them. So I completely understand that rule for sure.
And it's one thing if like, I don't know, maybe a barn buys extra hay and is like, if you feel like you can, like, here's the hay that you are allowed to like
I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even give them
No.
No way.
But like, I don't know. Some people in the comments were like, oh, well, my barn like lets us do this.
If I was a barn owner, I would not.
No.
Personally, I would not, because I'm paying for that. Like, you have to run a boarding facility as a business.
It's a business. And I think people don't understand that.
Every single thing counts as your bottom line.
Yeah.
And if say like a bale of hay, I don't know what a bale of hay is right now, but say it's like $20.
Yeah.
Someone takes like $5 or $10 worth of that, like half of it. If multiple people do that, like, I'm out a couple $100 already just for like a couple weeks or a month. And then that adds up over time.
And then you probably it's going to end up being one of those things where you're like, oh, well, I'm running out of hay too fast. I need to get more hay, but then I need to raise board. And then people are like, why is board more expensive?
It's like, well, people are taking from my budget for my hay, so I have to raise it somewhere else in order to compensate for that. So
like, actually, I get so heated about this.
I do, yeah.
Because, again, boarders aren't stupid most of the time. Don't get me wrong. There's, some bad apples in every batch.
Did you say barnacles?
Bad apples in every batch. But most boarders generally know what's going on with their horse.
Yeah.
At like a high level, right? And like, I'm of the belief that if I'm boarding my horse in a full care facility, I don't need to know what's going on with him every second of every day. Especially because, like I said, I said this a million times. You guys know I've been with my trainer for over 15 years. So I know that my horse is being well taken care of. I know he's very happy. Like, I generally know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But I think it's dumb to expect every single boarder to have the knowledge of a professional.
Yeah. I don't think they should have that expectation. Like, routine wise, like, I know Finn's routine, and if anything is like off on that routine, so like if they change his feed, like, I don't know how much hay he gets. Like, I don't need to know that. That's that's so a tiny detail for me. I'm gonna assume that they're feeding him what he needs to be getting. Like, I trust them. That's why I'm boarding with them. But like, if the grain changes, I want to know. If his turnout schedule changes, I want to know. Or the turnout buddies.
Yeah.
I want to know that.
Yeah.
Because that's possibly affecting if he's gonna come in from the pasture like with some injury.
Yeah.
I want to know that. If he's going to get ridden that day, I do want to know that, but I schedule that ahead of time with my trainer.
That's something that I don't care that much about.
Really?
Because I know that he's getting ridden, and Squid is also the kind of horse that doesn't need to be in like a program where he's getting ridden all the time.
Yeah.
Like, during the show season, I ride him twice a week. Sad. I wish I could ride him more. And then I know that he's getting ridden on other days, either by someone else, like I said, my friend Molly will go out and flat him, and I coordinate those days with her, and she coordinates with my trainer, or my trainer will ride him, or she'll put him in the Pessoa. But like, I don't really
You don't need to know like, the details for it.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Because I know he's getting ridden. I'm not that worried about it. Like I said, he's not the kind of horse that needs to be in a program. If he gets a day or two off, like,
it's fine.
It's fine. Like, it kind of, I feel like people are going to come for me about this.
No.
But like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you also trust, and you have your trainer and Molly riding him too, aside from you. And you have like specific days too that you ride.
Yes, I have specific days that I ride.
So it's not like you're gonna go to the barn
and someone's gonna be riding.
And someone's gonna be riding, or be like, oh, he already got ridden for today.
Yeah, or like with Molly, I'll like, because sometimes I go out on Saturdays and sometimes I go out on Sundays, so I'll text her and be like, hey, like, I'm riding on Saturday if you want to like go flat him on Sunday, or like, I won't be here for like this weekend if you want to take a lesson on him. So that's something where I'm like, I don't care. I know he's getting ridden.
Yeah.
And like, so, like, my trainer will take him out on trail rides. I don't need her to text me and be like, hey, I'm taking Squid out on a trail ride today. Like, I'll show up to my lesson. She'll be like, yeah, I took him out in the Laurels yesterday.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I mean, that's great.
You're trusting your trainer and the place that he's at to do the proper management. Like, you don't need to know the day-to-day things. I just need to know if something is not going to be day-to-day.
Yes.
Like, if he's going to get clipped that day. Yeah, I do want to know that.
Yeah.
Because, like, then sometimes he does get sedated when he clips.
Okay,
so I won't ride in that. Or if he's getting chiropractor.
Yeah.
Like, I will say our barn is really good at communication. So, like, they'll send out every Monday, or, like, the barn owner or the trainer will send out something that has, like, all the horses that are getting their shoes done. Chiropractor, MagnaWave. Like, they'll send out a list. So, like, I know, okay, he's going to get chiropractor on Tuesday. I can't ride him Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then I can schedule the rest of my week based on that.
And, like, my trainer will usually schedule things like that around when she doesn't have a lot of lessons. So, like, the week before, usually, like, she runs a small facility. She only has, like, a handful of, like, boarders and people that take lessons. So it's not, like, a big thing where she has to let a bunch of people know. Sorry for the audio issues. I know that we get complaints sometimes about audio.
Get complaints about audio.
But it died. The mic died.
So we're close to
so hopefully you'll be able to hear this. But where were we?
Okay, so we were talking about the bales of hay. We covered that. Going back to, like, maybe just, like,
we were
wrapping
talking about,
up.
like, knowing everything that's going on with your horse.
Yeah, that's why you board.
Like, that's why. And some people board because they don't have their own property. Like, we're making a large generalization.
Yes.
Like, some people, like, would prefer to have their horses but don't have the property, so that's why they board and, like, whatever. But a lot of amateurs specifically board because
they don't have the time, they don't have the money, or they live in a place where it's inaccessible. Like, a lot of individuals live in the city.
Yeah.
And you can't obviously have a farm there. But I think the main thing, too, is just for people to be a little bit more understanding about other individuals' situations.
Yes. And, like, maybe if your boarding facility is not doing what you want, or, like, not meeting your expectations, asking why, and having a conversation instead of just, like, doing stuff.
Yeah. Don't like, take it upon yourself to be like, well, my horse, I don't think it's getting enough hay. I'm just going to take the hay. Like, go talk to the barn owner, figure out what you can agree upon. Like, is it you pay more and then your horse gets more hay? Is it your horse is getting maybe something else to supplement the hay?
Is it you buy your own hay that's specifically for your horse?
For your horse. Or if you can't come to an agreement, then it's when you decide to
somewhere else.
Find another barn.
I get so heated about it because, like I said, boarding, being a barn owner,
it's hard.
And having boarders can be such a thankless job.
It is, yeah.
And I think people who have this mindset think that they're doing something, like, good for the horse and think that they're, like, so knowledgeable and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, I think that they really don't understand everything that is going into caring for their horse. Mm-hmm. And it's just a very entitled mindset.
Yeah, they think that they know more than they do.
If you have the mindset of, I would never let anybody else tell me what to feed my horse, then don't.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to board your horse, or you don't have to board in a full care facility. You don't have to go to a barn that says, no, you can't throw your horse an extra flake of hay. Like,
or no, you can't jump more than 18 inches.
Like
you have that.
Just don't
just
do
don't,
that.
Just
like,
don't go to that barn.
Nobody's, like, holding you hostage and telling you that you have to do that.
But it goes back to the whole conversation for this, that people are, I feel like entitled is a good word.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it comes to the lesson horses.
Yes.
About riding. Like, barn owners are not there for your they're there for your progression in the sport, but they're not there to, what do you say, subsidize your progression in the sport.
Yeah.
They're not there for you to use their lesson horses however you want, and you feel like it's, you're entitled to be jumping their lesson horses because it's like, oh, their job, it's a lesson horse, it's a lesson barn.
That's
like,
what they're there for. Like,
no.
And
if you want to think, if you think that way, think about if it was your horse.
Yes.
How you would want that horse to be treated. Would you want that horse to be in 1 to 3 lessons a day?
Yeah.
And then jumping X amount of times a week? Probably not.
Yeah.
So you have to think about it from the barn owner's perspective.
Yes.
It's their horse. It is not your lesson horse. It is their personal horse that they're letting you use for lessons.
Yeah. And I think that's part of it, is people aren't thinking about it from the barn owner's perspective. They're just thinking about it from their own, which...
Yeah, like, you're there from, I want to ride. This lesson horse is there for me to,
which
enjoy.
Not it.
No.
So,
and if you really want to know, why don't you ask them to break down the cost of what it costs to have a lesson horse or a lesson barn.
A barn full of lesson horses.
Yeah, because I can guarantee you that profit margin is barely there. If they're at all.
Yeah. So
next time you see your barn owner, just say thank you and be gracious and try to go into situations with a open mind that it's not about you.
Yeah.
And they're doing the best that they can to run a business, not your personal entertainment.
Yes. Yeah. They're not there to subsidize your hobby.
No.
So, yeah. Well, that's all we've got for today. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
We got very heated during that discussion.
We did. It is. It's a discussion that really, like, does get my blood boiling. So I only read some of the comments, but, like...
No, the comments
some
are,
of, like, the discourse on that topic
control.
is insane.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's like, how do you not understand that it's a living, breathing animal that you don't own?
I know.
Like, people are crazy about leases because they're like, oh my God, I'm taking such a risk for leasing the horse out. A barn owner is literally letting you ride their horse multiple times, sometimes a day, and jumping, and you have to just pay like what, $100, maybe $150 to take that, for them to take that risk on for their horse with all the maintenance. Like, they're not breaking even on that lesson horse, I can assure you.
But
yeah. So next time, if you're at a lesson barn, like, say thank you.
Yeah.
I always, after every single lesson. And I even own my own horse, but I did this even before I didn't. Say thank you. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah.
That you're probably not even getting paid for because it's going back into your business.
Yep.
Taking the time to teach me how to ride.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Good.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So like, follow, subscribe, rate, comment if you want. You can follow the Working Ammy Pod at the Working Ammy Pod on TikTok. You can follow me at the Working Ammy. You can follow Maria at the Investing Equestrian and at Phoenix and Finn. I know. It is the week of Christmas. This is going to be coming out after Christmas, but
next week.
I don't know what the schedule is going to be like. So I don't know. There might be like an extra week in between episodes, depending on when we can get back and record, because I will be out of the country. So yeah, just be patient. Keep sending us your submissions. Keep sending us discussion topics.
Follow-ups.
Keep sending us follow-ups. And yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
See you later. All right, ready?
Working Ammy's out.